Okay, guys, I see you want to take a governor out of your Tecumseh 6 horsepower, 5 or 5.5 go-kart engine. You want to take the governor out of it. So, what the sticker says on it. So you're going to take off the crankcase cover. I already took the bolts off and stuff. So you're going to take that off. You don't have to do anything inside of here. Nothing. Just leave it alone. There's pretty simple. That's what it looks like. This right here, you want to take that out. Once you take that out, just put the cover back on, and then bam, you're good to go. You don't have to do anything else. But really, there really isn't a trick to taking this off. See here, this just pops off of there. You can see this little thingy clobber. So, this is all garbage. You're not going to be needing this gear. So this is what's going to make it idle down and not get the top speed. But what this does is actually not getting top speed, not causing it not to throw a rod, locking the engine up. That means it won't start. It means your piston rod will break in half. It helps it from not doing it. But on a go-kart, some people want to take these governors out, and to give it a little bit, extra farther of speed, but not for a real long time. It just keeps it from not revving up for a real long time, pretty much. So, I mean, back to taking it off. That's a little bit fast about it. Set the camera down. Now, there's not really a good way to take this off, but I just use a flathead screwdriver. Stick it, towards this bolt side. See where this bolt is? I stick the screwdriver right about there. That's a pretty strong spot, and just try to, break it pretty much. Break it off there. Best you can. There's a couple ways. Right now, I'm gonna, try doing that. Yeah, you can do that. Another thing is, seems to be works pretty good. Never really tried it. I'm gonna try it right now. Is to get pliers just like this. Channel locks. That's what I'm trying to think of. Channel locks. You can see there's the channel locks. So I have the Stanley Fat Max. This should work great. And pretty much just put it just like that underneath and then the top, and then just squeeze onto that cylinder bar there. So you're gonna squeeze, and like I said, you're just trying to get it off. It really doesn't matter if you break it, unless you want to keep the governor. But a lot of people just don't care. But yeah, you can always buy new ones if you want to put it back. But yeah. But you're trying not to break the crankcase cover. You don't want to break it, because you'll be leaking oil, and that won't be good. This, I would say, is probably the best way. It seems like it's working its way off that rod there. And you just try to work it up and get it off. And a lot of people, this could work on other different engines, like a Honda clone. Kind of same process. There's actually a little, pin or something, I believe, on it, where, if you put a near nose in there, you can get off that way. But yeah, pull it off there with a screwdriver, maybe. Work it off there. Yeah, you're trying to just work it off there, best you can. Actually, grab it and pull it off there. There we go. So, there it is. It came off finally. So, it just came off this little rod here. it was keeping not from coming off. You can see that little groove right there. It's a little groove to keep it on there so it doesn't come off. You're trying to break it and trying to force it over that groove. I haven't broke a tooth, but yeah, you can see, it's garbage. You're good to go. Just put it back together, and this is garbage too. This is all it. You just put it back together. You don't do anything with the rod, because you'll need this rod for linkage, unless you're doing a different linkage setup with a carb. But from stock, bone stock, just leave the governor arm alone, because that's actually part of your linkage, and that actually, for hooking up for your go-kart or your mini bike or whatever you're using the engine on, you'll be needing a throttle setup, so you'll be needing the rod. So this is not going to affect the speed or anything of it. It's just there to help with the throttle setup, with the cable setup. Trying to say, you can see, all it is inside there is just a little arm there, so it does not affect the speed whatsoever. Now, this is what affects the speed of it. This is the main piece. Take that out, you're good to go. You don't have any governor, and that's that. So yeah, I just put it back together, and then you're good to go. Fire up, put new oil around it, and you'll be needing a gasket. About the way, there's two gaskets. There's a gasket that goes around here, and there's a gasket that goes around the shaft right here. Usually this might be alright. If you take it off, you can put a tad bit of grease on there, kind of wake up the seal a little bit. Sometimes you just have to replace it. If it starts leaking there, that means you'll need to be replaced. And it's the same thing with this gasket. Sometimes, the gasket's alright, but like I said before, you'll probably need to replace it. More likely, even on both of them, you'll probably need to be replaced. So, you can get that on eBay or Amazon or Jack Small Engines. You just type the model number in, you can get gaskets for it. Or you can get Gasket Maker and actually make your own gasket if you have a gasket maker and gasket material. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and thumbs up and subscribe.